You know, I was in this area just a couple weeks ago doing another video, and I came down here to the stream. I don't know if I even added that as part of the video, but here, kingfish were over there. It reminded me that this would be a cool area to check. Now, we're in a very historic area. I have no reason to know that there's anything in the water here other than when I was a kid, they used to tell me there was a big Indian encampment around this spring, so there could be some arrowheads and spear points and knives and stuff like that. There was Civil War activity here, maybe even been a battle or two close by, so we might find something decent from that too. I do know there are historic mills here, or at least one historic mill, so they could find some stuff from that too. You can see how it looks right here. It's kind of rocky and flat, fast flowing, but we go up just a little bit, and you're going to see this. It gets really wide and flat and very shallow, and it's bedrock. I mean, it's like someone poured concrete. It's really cool. So I'm hoping that if there's anything there, we'll be able to just see it very easily, and hopefully no one else has done that because, well, won't be there anymore. But I have high hopes. I'm going to go to that bank and start metal detecting this a little bit. But I'm not going to spend much time here because it's very rocky. Stuff's going to be buried. Now I want to get up to the bedrock. That's what really piqued my interest a couple weeks ago. I think look at that tree right there. I'll give you a close-up later, but that's a honey locust, and you can see it's got big thorns on it, so you can be real careful around those walking, even in the water. And those things just poke your eye out very easily. So we'll be careful about that. All right, I'm going to get to it. If I don't find anything here within 5 minutes, we'll be in the good area up there that I really want to get to. So we'll see in 5 minutes or less. It's actually not too bad here. I've already gone over my top of my hip boots, though, which isn't surprising. Seems like no matter how tall a boot you wear, you always get flooded within the first 5 minutes. Got a good signal here. I thought we'd dig it together. Look at the water pouring out of here right here. That's kind of cool. This could be like a sinker or something better. I don't know. Find my handy dandy pinpointer. It's actually kind of deep. I dug a little bit with a shovel. See if I get to it, but you know what? I still don't hear it. It might be right here. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna dig around a little bit with a shovel and see if we can get it out of there. Tell you what, I'll just set you up so you can watch. Actually, I use a metal detector. Sound like it goes up in this area right here, more so than back where I was. So, yeah, still buried a ways. I don't have any gloves, of course. I was really just planning on being on that flat rock. You can see what I'm talking about in a minute. Hope it's something good. Getting close. Suppose it could be bottle tops in here pretty easy, couldn't there? I have seen some pottery and stuff, which was interesting. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much touching it right there, so. All right, yeah, that doesn't feel good. Nice rocks. Yeah, I think it's a lot bigger than I was thinking it was. I thought it sounded like it was over here though, so I am going to turn the camera off this time and get it out of the hole. Well, it's right here, whatever it is. Haven't seen it yet, but we'll look at it together. I'm expecting it's lead, so we should be able to see it. It should be white colored. Ah, looky! Looky! Dude! I guess you're not going to be seeing this video for a while. This is the bayonet scabbard tip to a bayonet from the American Civil War, our very first artifact. And there's more targets here. Yeah, you won't be seeing this video for a while. Sorry about that, guys. Well, there's definitely more stuff in that hole. Kind of some high squeaks, but I'm not really sure. Well, why don't you listen to it with me? Looks like it's some real high squeak there, but it's not really doing much on the meter. And it might be because it's really really deep. So I mean, there could be a whole pile of stuff here. I can definitely hear some iron growling in here. This could be like a dump where the soldiers dumped all their cartridge boxes and bullets and belt buckles and little satchels full of gold coins right here. I'm gonna get the pinpointer out. We're gonna feel around a little bit and pull a few targets out of there, see what they are. I think whatever it is yeah, see, I can't even hear it with a pinpointer, so whatever it is, it's a lot deeper than this loose stuff. that scabbard tip could have been shallower, because see, this is kind of this is right on the edge, and this has all been worn away. You know, it could have fallen out of the dirt 50 years ago. All right, I'm gonna get the shovel out and dig on my own a little bit, and if I get close to it, we'll look at it together. This is absolutely killing me. It's a really, I mean, it sounds really good. It's got nice high reading. I can't even dig it with the shovel. The rock's like really tight. They're all shaped weirdly, so they're tearing my fingers up. I didn't bring any gloves because I thought we'd be on that flat rock where we're going right now, and we shouldn't have to dig through any of this stuff. But man, we're coming back here, I guarantee it. I mean, you get a bayonet scabbard tip right off the bat. I'm pretty excited about this one, but I'm gonna come down and take a look. Never had you underwater with this camera. Should we dare it? Let's dare it. Right here, I'll put you underneath. I can't see anything, but it sounds like I should be right about to it with the pin pointer. In fact, I'll let you listen to that. Tell me if you see anything underneath that. It should be underneath that rock. Still stuck, whatever it is. You can actually see through the lens pretty good. Thought that was something lead right here. Yeah, it is. That can't be what I'm hearing though. Probably split shot. Oh no, that's a first saw this I thought it might be a split shot, because you know this could be fished in here, but that's absolutely a probably a buck and ball, like a buckshot from a buck and ball. So there could be a bunch of them in there. That's why I'm hearing all that. It's such a high squeak. This is cool. Well, can't see anything else, but you hear squeaking up under the rock. I tried prying this rock up with a shovel, but it's too big. Could be 1,000 bullets right here. I can hear some more little squeaks, but this might have been what we were hearing down in there. It's a piece of wire, but it's flattened out right there, so that's kind of interesting. I think this is going to be a good spot. But we're going to move upstream to where it's much easier to dig, so I can save my fingers for another day. A couple geese up there. I saw a few ducks. You can look here, there's an old stone wall too, so that's going to be interesting. I'm not going to dig in this stuff too much because of my fingers, but when we get up there, they'll be like, well, that's flat rock right there, so we can dig in there real easy. Man, I hope there's something up here. Whew. I think down below there is going to be great when I can, when I'm ready for, man, it's getting slippery, when I'm ready for it. A lot of signals. I can see pottery. I don't know if Doug is iron, but who knows? Could be a bayonet in here, or a cannonball, or a musket. Looks like somebody's been digging there, but I think that's just natural. Hard to say though. It's kind of a squeaky thing there. Let's see if you can see it. Hopefully it's not that black thing. Yeah, that's probably hot rock. Yeah, I think it's just this hot. That's a piece of hot rock, which is like slag or coke that's been burned. Gives a signal, high squeaky signal. Usually really low number though. Yeah, that's all it was. It's looking beautiful up through here. I'm going to put you away until we get a good target, and then we'll really get into it. Man, it's a lot of target. I wish I had a small loop today. I wasn't thinking ahead, was I? Wow, that's awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Love that stone wall. Got a pretty decent squeak in here. I can't see anything yet. It's something weird looking, but I think it's a walnut hull. Let's go down. Oh no, it's probably that bolt off to the side. It's probably what it is. Stuff in that hole, so let's go ahead and dig it out. And this is one of the reasons you get so much fence wire in the rivers, is you can see there's a fence that crossed right here. and it's all broken apart. And of course, when they get big floods on the bigger rivers, it gets all tangled up in trees and gets dragged into the river, and it kind of breaks apart. Lots of good rock here. It's really hot. It's making the machine go off. Got to get a smaller coil in here. We're going to do pretty good, I think. Oh, by the way, that's watercress. You can eat that. It's really, really delicious, but I'd wash it off first because you can get nasty snail diseases if you eat it before you wash it off, because of the the birds in here, the ducks and geese. Yeah, there's some bad things you can get with that. This is why you should always wear gloves when you're water hunting. That's all broken. That's an aluminum cap on a broken bottle. Need to be really, really careful. I'm seeing lots of pottery and stuff in here. Now I just eyeballed a porcelain button. It's down there. I haven't picked it up yet. But let's just go into water and see what we have here. It looks like a stirrup. I think it might be a broken bottle. That little porcelain button there caught my eye. I think that's a broken bottle. Yeah, it is. And you can see some pottery. Well, let's go ahead and look at it. I haven't run the machine over this yet. I have a nice little signal here I'm working on. I mean, it sounds good. Almost too good, but man, the ground is really hard. So I'm afraid to dig it, because whatever it is, I'm going to destroy. I don't have my picks. You know, if I had a pick, I could kind of go around it, but I didn't think ahead. Now, there is a lot of, I'm getting into an area with a lot of like cans and stuff, so could be one of those, but I don't know why it would be down. What's that? Down in the hard sand, stuff like that. Ah, it's a bone. Oh man. We'll let one go. But we're in an area, like I said, there should be arrowheads, so we're going to keep going, keep digging. That's nice old pottery there. And looking, yeah, if there's like arrowheads, hopefully we'll be able to see at least one today. I'm going to go ahead and work on this a little bit anyway. It's just hard as a rock. I don't know how it got in there, whatever it is. Well, I'm getting closer to it. I think it's just a rock right there, but I want to take a look. I'm trying to dig just slightly upstream of it. I don't think that's it. Nah. Yeah, it could be. Maybe that's it. I can't tell from up here. It looks like a rock, but either that or right underneath it. I'll keep digging some more. It's starting to rain though. I'm never prepared, am I? Ah, my machine's way over there. How do I get over there? I'm going to save that signal until I get my pick, because it sounds really good, and it's down in that hard stuff. So if it's a belt buckle, I don't want to hit it. I'll go ahead and cover it back up a little bit. I'll come back here. I'll try to get back here next day or two. I'll be a lot happier when I have my pick and gloves. Yeah, I don't know what this doodad is. I guess it's iron. Bent over iron. Got a hole in it. I don't know if that's what I was hearing or not. I had a decent signal here, but it might have just been this thing. Something bent over. It looked almost like it had a decoration there, though. Yeah, it's probably just some type of strap iron, I guess. Got a hole in it there. We'll clean it up a little bit, take a closer look at it, and I'm gonna check this hole, make sure that is what we heard. It probably was. Yeah, I don't have if I had a pick, it'd be, the pick would be easier to dig with than that magnet. I could get the go on, listen to all this stuff. Yeah, ton of iron. I had a pretty good squeak there though. I didn't realize how much iron in there. Oh my gosh. Let's just grab a couple things by hand, see what we have. What do you say? Pretty much all I'm getting out of here is this big old wire. I'm not sure what that went to, but there's a lot of it in here. Yeah, we'll get our magnet. That'll make it easier, I promise. Of course, my good magnet I picked, I actually lost when I was doing that show. I had it in the back of one of the trucks, and the people didn't unload it when they took it back to the rental place. So some rental place got two of my fixing magnets, a favorite one too. So I haven't really settled on the design for the new one. So half the reason I don't have it, because I don't really have one I'm happy with. So but we'll have one next time, I promise. Now walking along, there's tons of iron. Look like musket barrels, don't they? But that's just a pipe, it's not tapered. That's a fence post. That's another pipe. A lot of pottery. I mean, look at the bricks. There's bricks there. So there's stuff going on up here still. You're gonna have to buckle down and get serious for this metal detector. Smaller one. Let's see if that's not a musket barrel, just in case. Nope. See, it's threaded on that end, so we know it's not a musket barrel. And we're going to move on up through here. And that might have been an old dam right there. See, it's really rocky. I know it gets really flat up above that, and there's a lot of good rock. This is a weird wall right here. I'm getting a lot of signals along it, but it's pretty sandy and rocky, so I'm not going to dig too much. I thought it was natural, and maybe it is. I don't think it's natural. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of big rocks here. This is ledge. It's just beautiful ledge runs right down through there. It might be natural. I can't imagine it though, because look at that. Over here, there's some nice flat rocks. We'll make sure. What's a little white thing there? A piece of quartz, I guess. I didn't pick it. I lost it. I don't care. Yeah, boy, I tell you. Some pottery right there. Claw to a crawdad. We're gonna find something good in here, even if it's just a big old 12-inch spear point. We're gonna find something good. Well, I have my first interesting piece of lead I just fanned out. I don't think that's a bullet, but it might be a bullet sinker. This is definitely a 3-ring mini ball. You can see the 3 rings right there. It's been smushed up good. I don't think they drilled a hole in it for a string, but I think what they did is they sliced it like with a knife. You could lay your string in there and just squeeze it together like you do with a modern split shot. So that's a good little relic. You know, could be Civil War, maybe not. It's definitely Civil War mini ball, but you know, they could have done this 20 years later. Just depends on what else we find. If we start finding a bunch of bullets and other Civil War stuff in here that the soldiers dropped, then we can kind of hope that this is at least Civil War. This old dead crawdad one. Look at him. Give you much of a choice, did I? Sorry about that. Let's see if we can find some hole bullets. Well, I like bullet sinkers too. I don't know why it's so foggy looking. That's not good. Hope the camera doesn't do that all the time. Get that shovel out of here. Hopefully this will be full of amazingness, because I got a decent little signal here. A lot of iron in it though. Sounded pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to dig that regardless. But look over there. It's a lucky horseshoe. Just laying right there. So let's dig this one first. Then we'll go look at the horseshoe. Boy. That might be iron too. It sounded really good at first. I'll try to do this quick. I can't really, like I said, get down in there too much with my fingers because they're getting kind of raw. I'm just trying to fan, not grab too much of that stuff. I think I see some iron. There's a piece of iron right there, I believe. Been in the water a long time. Just fan that out of the sand. I haven't picked it up yet. Doesn't look too old, but I guess it's iron. I don't know what that is. I wouldn't say that's too old though. Well, this is kind of sad. I'm up to the end, well, the main big spring here, and I haven't found anything else other than what you probably already saw. I learned a couple lessons, 3 lessons today. Okay, one is to always have gloves in my bag. I don't, so I couldn't really dig a whole lot. 2, get my pick so I can scratch it, and also have the iron, be able to pick up iron. There's a lot of big iron in there I want to dig. And 3, get out here before this watercress grows. When I was out here a couple weeks ago making the other video, you know, I was hunting up in the woods and stuff, it wasn't like this. I mean, that watercress is like, I mean, you can't see anything anymore. So as far as looking for arrowheads, I'm gonna have to come back probably next spring, and that's the best I can do. So I'll definitely come back here. By the time you see this video, I will have hunted here once or twice already. I can promise you. They can't really show this because if anyone figures out where it is, they'll come in here and dog it out before I get back. It's just the way it is. Highly competitive sport. If you're in it, you know. All right, I'm gonna head back to the vehicle, head on home, get some work done, and think about when we're gonna come back, which will probably hopefully be in a couple of days with better tools. We'll see you then. You can betcha.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has